In the 2024 UK general election, Alex Baker ended a 106-year Conservative hold on Aldershot, becoming the first Labour Member of Parliament and the first woman to represent the constituency since its creation in 1918. Located in the northeast corner of Hampshire in southeast England, bordered by Berkshire and Surrey, the constituency includes the towns of Aldershot and Farnborough, alongside smaller settlements like Blackwater. The constituency stands out from many others, given its military and aviation connections. For instance, Aldershot is recognised as the home of the British Army. Now, with a population of around 40,000, it was only a village when selected as the location of the first permanent large training facility for the British Army in the 1850s. Aldershot Garrison, a military installation that includes a town of several thousand military personnel, is still used by the British Army today. A little to the north is Farnborough, where American showman and kite-flying enthusiast Samuel Cody performed the first flight with a powered aeroplane in Britain in 1908. The town remains a major aerospace and defence hub, with Kinetic having its headquarters in Farnborough, and given the presence of other actors like Boeing UK, Gulfstream and BAE Systems. It also hosts the Farnborough International Airshow, one of the world's biggest airshows and trade events in the aerospace industry. Several units of the British Army's Brigade of Gurkhas, who were recruited in Nepal, are based in Aldershot. Since changes to the law in the 2000s on the right for Gurkha veterans to settle in the UK, many Gurkha families have migrated to the town. Today, the area has a proportionally high Nepalese population and the highest percentage of Buddhists in the UK, nearly 10 times the national average. The constituency of Aldershot itself grew in 2024, following a national boundary review. It absorbed the eastern half of Yateley town, transferred from the neighbouring North East Hampshire constituency. Alex Baker, who gained the seat in the 2024 general election, secured a 23% swing against Aldershot's former MP and Conservative candidate, Leo Doherty, one of the biggest electoral swings of the election. Baker, who was born in the early 1980s and is originally from Dorset, graduated from the University of Birmingham in 2006 with a BA in Technology and History of Art. Earlier in her career, she worked as a political development and parliamentary officer for the Cooperative Party. She also worked organising events for the Cooperative Group, which is the main operator of the Co-op supermarket chain and runs legal and other services. Prior to entering Parliament, she spent almost a decade working on the regeneration of Battersea Power Station in London, including as the project's Director of Communities and Sustainability, according to Labour List. Baker noted that working for a property developer was not her first instinct, but she valued the chance to work with the community and shape the community outreach and other programmes. She currently lives in Farnborough with her husband and 2 children. On the local level, Baker's campaigns focus on regional economic growth and development, including the regeneration of the constituency's town centres and other facilities. For example, in February 2026, she launched a partnership bringing together local aerospace and defence business leaders, education providers, and the local council that aims to drive investment and job creation. She's also campaigned on improving the housing for military families in her constituency, nationally perhaps unsurprisingly given her constituency. Her focus remains on the defence sector. For example, in 2025, Baker co-authored a report with York Outer MP Luke Charters that argued for the reform of defence sector financing and increased investment in the industry in the UK. This was published after she coordinated a related open letter signed by around 100 Labour MPs. The letter suggested UK financial institutions such as banks should be willing to consider investment in UK defence sector actors as ethical, so more money can be directed to the defence of the UK and Ukraine. In Parliament, Baker is a member of the Defence Select Committee, which looks at the Ministry of Defence's administration, spending and policy. According to They Work For You, Baker votes in line with her party on almost all occasions, holding a 97% alignment score. However, she diverged from many of her colleagues on a recent vote on the Terminally Ill Adults Bill, voting against it, but MPs were not instructed by their party on which way to vote. And finally, if we look at Alex Baker's written questions in Parliament, which are basically requests MPs use to get government ministers to provide information and on-the-record answers, a clear picture emerges. In addition to the previously mentioned issues, she seems to have a focus on local healthcare, asking ministers about NHS dentist shortages, GP wait times and mental health support. Beyond that, she's been addressing local Aldershot issues like pothole repairs, sewer issues and the cost of living. And that's it for this time. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in more, please consider subscribing.